we were testing the makeup, it took a lot longer than it eventually did in the mornings when we were shooting. So I was probably in the makeup for 4 hours in David Miller, who had just come off of Thriller with Michael Jackson. And I'm in a barber's chair in his garage, deep in the valley on a hot and smoggy day. And we're doing the tests, and David brings me a medical book the size of a coffee table, and it's all burn victims from the 1920s until the 1980s. And, you know, I could barely look at it. I almost lost my lunch. You know, my In-N-Out burger almost went out. So I'm sitting there, and David is a great designer and a great guy. But David was a little nervous. He's under a lot of pressure from New Line Cinema. I'm giving my 2 cents worth. He's poking me for 5 hours. I'm not in the best of moods. And I probably said something to him like, David. And I went, oh. As opposed to going, David, I went, David. I went, oh, that kind of sounded like the thing I'm looking at in the mirror. So that's sort of how I began to find the voice. And I remember going through that whole process, but I was a virgin to all that glue and all that latex and all that time and all that poking. So the bad mood that I was in fed the discovery of the voice. And then the weight of the glove, when I was working with the glove, the first glove was very heavy. The weight of the glove after about 3 hours standing on the set, because we didn't have stand-ins then. I wasn't a star then. So after about 3 or 4 hours standing in and working and getting the lighting right, the glove is on this hand, and I would just sort of do this. And I caught myself in the mirror one day, and I said, what does that look like? And so that's where the Freddy posture came from, the dropped shoulder, you know. But it's just, these are accidents. It's not, and you got to be open to all that stuff. So between the weight of the glove and being experimented on by David Miller in his barber chair deep in the San Fernando Valley, that's sort of where I found the voice and the posture.